Hello guys, my name's Usani Lewis and I'm back with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, and if you are, good for you. But anyways, putting that aside, today I'm going to be talking about two spiritual YouTubers that saved my life and helped me change my life for the better. Now, if you saw my previous video, I did mention I am going to be talking about the two spiritual YouTubers that helped me change my life. And shout out to Spiritual Soul and shout out to Infinite Waters. Now let's get into it. So it all started back in June of 2019, or at least somewhere around there. Can't specifically remember. I can't really remember the day, but it was definitely during the summertime when I first started to get into Spiritual Soul, right? And one of his videos, one of his very first videos I ever watched was the reason why you have zero friends and you don't fit in. Ever since that video, I felt like that things were changing for me. That video, for some reason, it resonated with me a lot. And why is because I always feel like I don't fit in. If anything, I feel like I don't really belong anywhere in the world. And maybe most of you guys can relate to what it is that I'm feeling too. And just like what So said, the reason why we have zero friends and we don't fit in is because God didn't just put us on this planet just to live a mundane vanilla life. No, He never wanted that for us. He wanted us to inspire people, and He had a bigger purpose for us. And you do realize that your name reveals your destiny and your purpose. Yes, it actually does. And I will make a video about that eventually. And I'll show you how to use your name to figure out your destiny and stuff like that. But that's a completely other topic and video that I'll have to make eventually. But aside from that, right? Our existence, your existence, my existence, we weren't here by accident or a coincidence. So don't fear or worry about anything. You don't have anything to be afraid of, even though this is the Matrix, sadly, you know. I can't say I'm afraid of all the things that are going on in the world. They have no effect on me, and why is because God's within me. He's within me. So I have nothing to worry about. And even for those that don't believe in God, you are still well protected by the universe. The universe has tapped you on the head and gave you a chance to wake up, just like the universe tapped me on the head and gave me the opportunity to wake up, you know. And going back to what I said, that video, it changed me. It made me realize that I had a bigger purpose in life, and I knew that I was destined for great things. And clearly at the time, I didn't know the inner strength within me because at the time I wasn't meditating. I wasn't going within. I wasn't really taking care of myself. I was doing the exact opposite. You know, releasing my loads. And that, for those boys who are watching this video, don't do that. Just stay away from it, man. Cold turkey if you have to, because you do realize that's nutrients, and yes, it can cause hair loss. And I'm not saying that as facts, I'm saying from experience, because definitely back last summer, I was losing hair like crazy. And yeah, it looks like I haven't lost any hair because, yeah, the flat top. Even as much hair as this, I noticed that I was losing hair follicles in the shower. And I will make a video about semen retention at some point too, so don't worry about that for now. But, you know, Spiritual Soul, he always inspired me by every video that he put out there. He always wants people to connect with their higher selves. And even though people hate him or give him some hate, he's still grinding. He's still doing the things that he loves. He's still serving his purpose to this day. And You know, I still watch his videos, but there's one thing that So taught me up to this point is that you can't depend on anybody. You can't. And you know why? It's because you only got yourself. You are the only you that walks this planet. Sure, there might be someone else that's named that might have the same name as you. I know I'm not the only Husani that walks this earth. I have a twin that's named Hassani. Yeah, it's weird, but don't worry about that. Um, man, you just gotta rely on yourself, basically. You can't be depending on everybody to uplift your spirits. And So just dropped a new video today about saying it's all on you. And from that video, I definitely learned that you just gotta pick yourself up, even through the most difficult times, because you owe it to yourself to be happy. You owe it to yourself to lose the fear. You owe it to yourself to be guided by positivity, not by fear, not by depression. You even owe it to yourself to connect with who you truly are. You gotta understand yourself, not understand, because if you understand something, you're underneath it. Your level of knowledge is here, where your level of knowledge should be up here. And if you understand, you would actually connect like this. Everything mashes together. You know, that's definitely something I learned from Infinite Waters. You know, and the modern definitions and words we use today have a lot of in-depth meanings, guys. Like, you know, contract. What's the opposite of a pro? Contract. That sounds like a red flag if you ask me. So, hey, if anybody who wants to go into an acting, music, doesn't matter what industry you're going into, my advice is maybe stay away from contracts. Don't sign, because once you sign a contract, you're basically a puppet on strings, man. You have nowhere else to run. You have to share your life with controlling freaks that will steal and drain your energy. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. It doesn't matter how good the contract sounds. It doesn't matter how much money that contract is going to give you. Don't do it. Me personally, like, I want to be an actor. Yes, I just want to be an actor, right? But I know there will be a risk and a price that I have to pay if I sign a contract, because not only I'm going to get sacrificed, my family's going to get sacrificed too. And So even mentioned this in a video. The fame isn't worth it, guys. Like, the fame isn't even going to make you happy either. So why just sign and be controlled and not have much of a saying whether you can be putting in the work yourself? You see, celebrities, they have to sign shit because, you know, the sad truth is that they don't really put in the hard, dedicated work. They rely on people for all the crazy big things and all the crazy technology they got to make their music more, I don't know, presentable for them to promote out there for the world, right? Where you have, you know, those other underrated musicians that really make some interesting and outstanding music, but their names are not out there. And I bet money they're probably woke, because they actually know how to put in real hard work and effort. And not a lot of people do that these days, man. A lot of people just want to be great, which is nothing wrong with being great, but they don't put in the work. And, you know, I will also make another video about what I just said. Basically, stop making excuses. You know, stop trying to find an excuse to do something stupid. Instead, you gotta find an excuse to keep going. Find an excuse to get better. Find an excuse to become better, right? It's just like what Infinite Waters said. Happiness is a choice. Every day when I get up, I have a choice to either be happy or be sad. And naturally, I'm just a happy person, man. Like most people in school, at least the people that know me, they see me as a happy person. That's just who I am. And I'm not really I'm not really pissed off most of the time. In the past I used to, because I wasn't going within. The envy within me was too strong, you know, and clearly I just wasn't aware of my inner power within me. But now, after being on this spiritual journey for quite some time now, I feel like there's some things that I've experienced on my journey that I feel like that needs to be talked about. And I will start talking about those things eventually. So please stay tuned for that. And, you know, if there's one thing I want you guys to take away from this video is happiness is a choice. Go be great. And catch you guys later.